the stock. It's $3.99, but it had a stock, so I got it. Not worth it. I've never been to a town where the entire city creeped me out. But if you have a chance to come to Longview, Washington, don't. If you live in Longview, Washington, and you're watching this, I'm sorry, you should move. Anywhere else in the state I've been to is better than this creepy ass town. So yeah, we're getting out of here, and I'm never coming back to Longview, Washington. Longview, Washington, don't come here. Just left the Goodwill at Battleground, Washington. Excellent name for a city. I grabbed another fuse fire. Wellcom definitely sold me on getting that. And an AirTech 2000, a Praxis, and I got a strong arm. There was a front gun that we brought up that didn't have a tag. I was thinking it was gonna be like $1.29, but the lady came back and said, oh, $6.99 for that? No thanks. So it's late afternoon, which means that it's time for more lattes, of course. And also, it's been overcast, rainy on and off as we've been driving through the state, but we have had some delicious roast beef sandwiches sitting in the car, getting sort of that greenhouse effect going on. So in a nice warm car, so I am very hungry though, so I think it's time for a hot meat sandwich. And as you can see, it was actually monogrammed. So we have my lovely handle here on the sandwich. So a bit of a funny story. We're in the first Goodwill in Vancouver, and call me sleazy, creepy, weird. I don't know. I'll preface it with that, but we were in there, and if you've done any thrifting, you know that people who take their kids in there want to go play with all the toys. So we walked in, went to the toy section. There was nothing really there except there was a kid carrying around a certain blaster that I definitely would have wanted at a thrift shop. So yeah, we kind of followed him around the store until he got sick of playing with this, and then he put it down. And then I went and picked it up and went to purchase it. And then the worst part was that he saw me pick it up and then followed me around the store and ended up at the cashier staring at us while we bought the blaster. And I feel a little bad, but I'll show it to you. I got a $4.99 Zeus with the clip, full balls. So I kind of feel bad and weird, but he wasn't gonna buy it anyway. And it also doesn't come with a battery tray. So I'm gonna try my hand at bending polycarbonate. I know you can do that. Probably put a lipo in this anyway if I were gonna do anything with it. But yeah, that's my story about the $4.99 Zeus. Just hit the second Vancouver Goodwill. Got a Nitron, a Ford Victory, amazing, and another strong arm. So yeah, day one is going pretty well so far. Just left the third Vancouver Goodwill and got Ultimate Buzzbee Missile Blast. And it works fantastic. That $2.99 Rapid Strike though. Went to the Salvation Army to try that out and sucked. Broke our perfect streak. We got a blaster, at least one blaster from every single place we went to today. Then we go to a Salvation Army and we get nothing. Thanks a lot, Salvation Army. I'm never shopping you again. You just lost a customer for life. Just left the next Goodwill outlet. I guess I was a little too harsh on the Salvation Army because we didn't get anything there either. But they do not disappoint. I'm not ever going to be totally used to Goodwill outlets. If you can go to a Goodwill outlet in your area, do it, especially at opening. But every 15 minutes, people know the drill. If you're a pro, if you're a veteran, you got your surgical gloves or something, and then people they start bringing out bins. You scope out what you want, and then you stand there like a hawk, and then as soon as that person fills up the designated section with the last blue bin, boom, explosion, throw all shit in your cart as fast as you can. Oh my gosh. But no Nerf there. Go there to check it out, but there's not a ton of Nerf, so I haven't really had any luck with it, other than today did get the Modulus front barrel extension, but not really worth it. Alright, I just left a Goodwill Superstore in Vancouver. This was the last Goodwill of the night, though we are going to go to a Toys R Us because that is now through tradition. You have to end day one at a Toys R Us. People are probably going to might catch a little flack for not getting the mag strike, but it was $10. It didn't have a clip. I didn't know if it worked. It pumped up all right, but it didn't seem like it released properly. So sorry I didn't pick that up, but it just wasn't my cup of tea tonight. Did get a Vigil on. We went over means that we are now in Oregon, so we just went to the Toys R Us to wrap up the day, check out the high-priced items there. Dang, Toys R Us, how are you going to compete with Goodwill? Now we're headed to the hotel to enjoy an evening, go find some dinner in this wonderful town of Portland.